Hello students, today in our video we will discuss more about the index sequential file organization. So already we have learned three categories of index mechanism, that was primary indexing, cluster indexing and secondary indexing. So today we will conclude of this topic, that is index sequential file organization. So now we will discuss how the structural or logical mechanism of this index sequential file organization. That is nothing but the structure. Okay, so this is the structure of index sequential file organization, or structure of index sequential file. Okay, so in index sequential file, here both index mechanism is added to sequential file. Both index mechanism is added to sequential file, that is the index sequential file organization. So here we are creating the index file for faster search purpose. So in sequential file, the data file are stored, the main file where all records are really stored in a particular sequence, in a logical sequence of records are stored in the main file. Okay, so here one data file, here one data file plus one or more index file. We are using this index sequential file organization. One data file will be there and one or more index file are there. In data file, all records are stored in a particular sequence. Okay. This is logical sequential order of records are stored in main data file. Okay. So in data file, what happens? We are storing data or records. If the number of records are more, what will happen? Suppose number of records to be stored in memory or to be stored in main data file, it will consider the memory space. Suppose it requires memory space. Suppose the memory space is not sufficient. Okay. Suppose memory space is not sufficient to store huge amount of records in data file. So what will happen? And again we have to consider the proper use of memory space. Okay. So if you store all records in a sequential order or logical order, it may take more time for searching, and also it may create, also there may be same space may not be available in memory. So whenever memory space is not available to store all records in data file, what will happen? Today we will discuss for this, that is the structure of index sequential file organization. Okay. So records, those are extra, those are not requires more space. What will happen? It will shifted to another memory space. Okay, that means that is the overflow concept. When to store records in memory, if the memory is not sufficient, if memory space is not sufficient, in this case in this case, some of records are going to be stored in another location of the memory, and also it will use a point. So that point maintains the sequence. Okay. So overflow for this overflow memory space or overflow area, it requires a pointer. It requires a pointer. Okay. That pointers maintains the sequence of records. Okay. Same sequence we can store number of records, but memory space is different. So memory records are same sequence, but memory location is different. So due to this overflow, we can have a different memory. We can use different memory space, so that memory utilization will be better. Okay, different memory space, but same logical order of sequence records have been stored by this overflow, and also it utilizes better memory space utilization, which provides better memory utilization, better space utilization. Okay. For this overflow concept, what will happen? Suppose some of records are stored here, but this space, if is not sufficient, and more records are coming to be stored, so some of extra records will be stored in another memory space, and a pointer will be linking. So linking between different memory space, we are using a pointer. Pointer links this different memory space, different memory location. Different memory locations can be interlinked by use of this pointer. Okay, by use of this pointer. Okay. For this example, we can take to store some data or values, and that values are not sufficient to be stored in memory. What will happen? We will see. Okay. So logical area or associated index entry points to the overflow location. As for our example, suppose this is a memory space. Okay. Suppose there are 10, 25, 28, 35, 50. This may be the original. This is the original block. So this is the original block. Now the block is sufficient to store all these values. Suppose we want to add another value. Suppose 30 record index entry 30 is required to be stored in memory, but memory is already full. Okay, memory is already full. So what will happen? Some of records will be stored in another location. Okay, like in this way we can store 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here are 10, 25, 28. Now we can add 30 here. This is the add, then 35. Then another location we can store 40. Okay. This is the overflow block. This is the overflow block. Okay, this is the overflow block, and this is the original block. This is the original, and there must be a pointer to look at this location. Okay, so this is the original block, and now the value is being added and it goes into the overflow block. Okay, so in this way we can add. So this is the structure of index sequential file organization. Okay, so multiple records belong to the same logical may be chained here. So here same logical, it will be chained. Same records will be stored in a by using the chain to maintain logical sequencing. Using this chain, this is a chain. This is using a chain. It maintains the logical sequencing. Logical sequencing, same sequence. Logical sequencing means in same sequence records are going to be stored. Suppose ascending order 10, 25, 30, 28, 30, 35 and 40. Same sequence. That's the same logical sequencing we are maintaining, but location is different by using a chain. This is the chain. This is nothing but chaining system. This chain maintains the logical sequencing to store number of records in another block. That block is the overflow block. Okay, so this is the original block and this is the overflow block. Okay, so here what happens, we can insert. By using this we can insert. Insertion operation is always possible. Insert, we can insert records in the middle of the record also. At any location, any sequence or any position, we can add different records, but maintain same logical sequencing. So insertion can be done in between the file, and also deletion. Whenever insertion, due to the insertion operation, the overflow block is created. Overflow block is created if memory is full. Whenever we can delete or remove a record, an index and record in between, so it will create a gap. That is the logical gap. Okay. So whenever deletion operation is performed, the logical gap is created. Logical gap. Okay. Logical gap is being created. Okay. So deletion of records from index sequential file creates a logical gap. Okay. So records are not physically removed. These records are not physically removed, but only flat as having been deleted. Okay. It will just map. It is a flat. It is a logical gap. Okay. So the deletion position will not maintain, but records are not physically removed, but only flat. Okay, as having been deleted. If there were a number of records, whenever a number of records can be able to stored in memory. Suppose number of records will be are to be deleted, the logical gap, more logical gap will be created. That's why more unused memory space. Whenever logical gap is created, so more unused space will be generated or created. Okay. So in this way, we can insert. We can insert a record that will maintain the same sequence. Okay. In the same sequence, there is a overflow block will be created. But whenever deletion operation is performed, different unnecessary records can be removed from the memory, so it will create a logical gap. If a number of deletion operations are performed, so more logical gap will be created. That is the unused. This logical gap is the unused memory space. Okay, this means the wastage of memory space. Okay, so this is the structure of this index sequential file organization. Okay, now we will discuss more about the different components. Okay, components of a sequential file organization. You see. Now we will see the components of index sequential file organization. Basic components. Okay, basic components. So one is your primary data storage area. One is your primary data storage area. To store number of records, it requires a memory space. It is unused memory space to permit addition of records. that is the primary data storage area. So unused memory space to permit addition of records. So memory will be utilized for storing that records. Okay, that is the primary data storage area. Another concept is overflow. Due to the insertion of records, and if the memory is full, that is the overflow area will be generated, and this will permit the addition of records to the file. So this overflow area permits to store records in file. Another components we can have, that is the hierarchy of indexes. Hierarchy of indexes. Okay, so we are maintaining index mechanism. Is a hierarchical order in a label order we can have, so that random inquiry or random update is possible. Okay, so accessing by the index we can have random accessing and a random update. Due to this hierarchy of indexes, we can have random access. We can have random access or random update. Random update. We can have random access and random update. Randomly you can access records from file. Randomly also we can update. We can change this concept. Okay. By due to this hierarchical index, there are number of indexes. In secondary indexing, we are using number of index file to provide random access and random update. Okay. So these are the primary data storage area, overflow area. Okay. Hierarchy of indexes. These are the components of index sequential file organization. So important technique for building up index file based on the physical layout of data in storage, that is your ISAM. It will ISAM, index sequential access method. This method will be clearly learned in other unit. So index sequential access method. Index sequential access method. We'll learn more about this ISAM in 4th unit of this DBMS paper. Okay. So this is the basic or primary components of this index sequential file. Okay. So primary data storage area is required to store number of records, and whenever insertion operation occurs and there is no memory space, it will create the overflow area to store the extra records by or maintaining same logical sequence, and also according to a requirement there may be a number of indexes to search for random access or for random update. We can create more index files. That means that is the hierarchy of index files. So these are the basic components of this index sequential file organization. Okay. Now we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of this index sequential file organization. Advantages as well as disadvantages. Okay. Now see. In the index sequential file. Okay. So in index sequential file, what happens? This is a combination of sequential file as well as direct access file organization. So directly we can access, and also sequentially we can access. And also records are stored randomly on direct access device. So here records are stored randomly. Records are stored randomly on direct access device. Records are stored randomly in direct access device so that it will be a cost effective. So here we are using direct access device to store records in randomly. Okay. I am just discussing about the index sequential file organization, where we are using media access storage media, that is direct access storage media. That is more expensive. Like your magnetic disk, instead of using magnetic tape, we are using a magnetic disk. In sequential file organization, we are using magnetic tape. But in index sequential file organization, we are using a direct access device, that is your magnetic disk. Okay. So this file have multiple keys. Okay. So here we are using multiple keys. That key may be primary or other than primary. So to maintain this particular logical sequence, we are using a key. Okay. The attribute of the file you can call. So different key are used, more than number of keys are used to maintain in a particular sequence. Okay. So the data can be accessed either sequentially or randomly. Data can be accessed here sequentially. This data can be accessed sequentially as well as randomly in index sequential file organization. The index is stored in a file and read into memory when file is open. So in this way we are storing randomly or sequentially. We can access directly. So storage device, storage media, direct access device we are using, and also by using this index mechanism we can search directly any file from the index sequential file organization. Okay. Now I will discuss the advantages. What are the advantages? What are the advantages of this index sequential file organization? Okay. What are the advantages? So first advantage is sequential file and random file access is possible. Both we can access sequentially. Sequential access is possible, and random access is also possible. Both we can access sequentially, we can access randomly. So both type of access mechanism, and both type of access we can have in index sequential file organization. Okay. It is very fast. We can have fast operation. We can have fast search, fast access, fast update. Okay, we can have fast operation because a index table is properly maintained and index table is properly organized. Okay, and also records can be inserted. Records can be inserted in the middle of the file. In the middle of the file. Then because we can use the overflow area. So in between, in the middle position of the file, we can able to insert records. So records can be inserted at the middle of the file. Okay. So finally, we can have it provides quick access. Okay, it provides quick access. Quick access. It provides quick access to get records or data from this index sequential file organization. So these are the advantages we can have this index sequential file organization. Now directly sequential processing and also directly processing we can have. Okay, due to this quick access because we are having direct processing or direct inserting. Okay. And also it reduces the degree of the sequential search. Okay. it reduces the degree of sequential search. Okay. So these are the advantages of this index sequential file organization. Except though it has some advantages, it has some disadvantages also. Some disadvantages. Though it has some advantages, also it has some disadvantages. So what will the disadvantages? Let's discuss. So first one is index sequence access file. It requires a unique key. It requires a unique key. It requires a unique key to maintain the sequence. It requires a unique key and periodic reorganization and periodic changes. The periodic reorganization of file. File will be requires organized periodically because we can have number of index mechanism, or we can have primary indexing. Suppose secondary index is required, so number of index file is created in between index file and main data file. So periodically it requires reorganization. That may be the disadvantages of this index sequential file organization. Now it takes a longer time to search. Okay. Index file, according to index file, it may take longer time. Suppose we are having more than one level of indexing, so it may take longer time. Okay. If the number of indexes are increased, we can have, but it may take some time. Okay. And it requires more storage space. Another disadvantage is it requires more storage space because number of index file may be required to maintain this index sequence of organization. So it requires more storage space. Okay, it requires more storage space, and also it is expensive. It is expensive. This may be a complicated process. It may be expensive because it requires a special software. As it requires a special software to maintain index sequential file access mechanism, so it may be more expensive. And also it may be sometimes less efficient in use of storage space as compared to other file organization. It has less efficient in the use of storage space. Whenever I consider the storage space, it is less efficient as compared to other file organization. Till now we have learned two types of file organization. One is sequential file organization, another one is this index sequential file organization. We compare the index sequential file organization, it requires more space. So complexity will be more. So efficiency will be less. Okay, efficiency will be less, but randomly you can search. The advantage. By this, all these things, it is expensive. Okay, so these are the advantages, disadvantages, and these are the concept of index sequential file organization. So today we will do what we will learn. First is components of the. First we will learn the structure of the index sequential file organization, then components, then advantage and disadvantage. Okay. First we will learn structure. Okay, structure, then components, then advantage, then disadvantage. So today in our video we have learned these four things. First is the structure of the index sequential file organization, where overflow area concept has come and logical gap is also coming, then components, then advantages and disadvantages. So go through all these details and listen to my video. Okay, and the description of this part, all the description of the structure and components and advantages and disadvantages is most important for examination point of view. Okay, For examination point of view, they are most important. This description for this topic will be sent on your group, and I think you will listen all my concept and you will understand, and the discussion part or note will be supplied to your group. And if you are in any doubt or any query, then you can consult with my WhatsApp number or contact number. Okay, so this was for today. Okay, thank you.